Start now. Going live.
Hello, beautiful ladies. Welcome to Judging Day for Task 2 of Miss Universe Nepal Top 50.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm.
We're already halfway of the top 50 task. Task 2 मा छौं अहिले हामी. Task 1 पनि तपाईहरुको YouTube मा मैले भिडियो हेरेको थिए र एकदमै राम्रोसँग परफर्म गर्नुभएको थियो सबैजना. You girls were so confident in your own skin. You girls showcased the best version of yourself, and we are so proud of you. And today, task 2 is different and it's more challenging because here we are going to judge you according to your speaking skills and your ability. One skill that is so important in this platform, because here we're going to connect not just with one person, but with a huge mass where we can inspire, influence, motivate so many people at the same time. So to be vocal and to be confident to speak what is in your mind and in what you believe in is so important. And we have two beautiful, amazing judges with us who has been accompanying me since morning and giving advices and their expertise. So let's invite our judge here today is a stand-up comedian and a ventriloquist, Seema Golchha. Let's have a big round of applause for her.
Thank you again, Subeksha. This is batch 5 and what a day it has been. Each of you, I think you're incredible speakers. It's so difficult to judge. I don't know how you guys do it in all the different categories. So hats off to you guys. Enjoy yourself. This time is not going to come back. So just give your 100%. Go all out and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have Teach for Nepal's co-founder, Swastika Shrestha with us.
Hi everyone. Hello. You know, we've been doing this since morning. This is the 5th batch, but it's been incredible just listening to everyone, just getting to know everyone a little more, and then just listening to what they're really passionate about. So this has been really, really an interesting sort of experience for me as well. And I'm looking forward to hear from you, getting to know you, just hearing about what you have to say and what you're passionate about. So really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, without further delay, let's reveal the mechanics of the judging. So contestants in this preliminary competition, judges will use opportunity to consider your personality and overall presence. So in this round, you will be tested according to the way you speak and your speaking ability overall. In this round, let's make sure that we do not sound too rehearsed, and when we're talking to the judges, make sure that you are yourself, more yourself, all right? And yes, we're speaking on the topics that we're really passionate about and we really believe in. So let's focus on the content. And yeah, we have 1 minute. So that's all you've got to impress the judge today. So let's get started. So batch 5, we'll start with the contestant number 1084. Rest, I will see you one by one in a while.
Thank you.
Give me a second. I'm putting everybody else in the waiting room. See you later.
Later.
It's like playing musical chairs, you know. Okay, we're ready.
Contestant number 1084, AASTHA Pandey. Welcome to task 2.
Hi everyone. How are you?
Hi AASTHA. We're doing really well and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm super excited for this.
Anything that you would like to say before we start your video?
Yeah, I'd love to. Hi, judges. I just wanted to share that upon my life, I've been told that I'm a bit too passionate or a little too strong or a little too masculine. And I just want all the girls out there who've heard the same to use my 1 minute speech as a motivation to remember. And you'll see what I mean by to remember. Thank you.
All right, let's have a look at the video. Sound.
Negative body image is a big problem in our society and can lead to depression, social anxiety, and eating disorders. Research has shown that approximately 60% of individuals are dissatisfied with the way that they look. I am a firm believer of body positivity. Having hated my own body in the past, body positivity has become an act of reconciliation for me. Remember, every time you call for truce with your body, that it is an act of revolution because you're interrupting a system of violence that profits upon your self-hate. Remember that you're fighting the system of oppression that excludes minorities through gender-based violence, racism, and abuse. Remember that you're standing for inclusivity. As Audre Lorde, a feminist activist, once said, caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation, and that in itself is political warfare. Being body positive is truly liberating. It truly feels great to be confident under your own skin.
Body positivity, such a wonderful topic, and that's what Miss Universe Nepal also stands for. So let's move on to our judges. Swastika ji, what do you have to say?
Oh wow, AASTHA, that's gonna take me a while to process. It was just like, I mean, the way you presented it, such an important topic. There's quite a bit to remember in that, you know. A lot of different aspects into what you just delivered. So I am a slow processor. I think that it was very dense. I think. And it's 1 minute, so I'm trying to sort of like grapple with all the different concepts that you're working. I think the way you presented it, you know, it is passionate. It is something that's important to you, and you've brought that out, which I think is really, really beautiful. There was a lot of heavy, it was very heavy in sense that you brought in a lot of ideas, and I see that you've really had your time to sort of read about it, learn about it, process this for yourself. And you know, I think in your healing process, you must have really, really faced a lot of literature in sort of like processing this, right? Like how body shaming is not just about society and culture, it's become part of our economy, and how, you know, everything benefits because we're so dissatisfied with ourselves, you know?
Yes.
And I think so you bring the politics of it, the society of it.
Yes.
And it's so rich. It was very heavy for me to sort of grab everything in a minute. But I think you made the best out of 1 minute. I'm still processing it. I feel like I just have to like replay this and listen to it, because it was very, very dense. And sometimes it works in your benefit, sometimes it doesn't, because, and it really depends on your audience, right? Like if, you know, somebody can grab that. So you went through that 1 minute, and it was dense. It was a lot of, you know, things to like self-love, to the politics of it, the economy of it, the society of it, the culture of it. So it was very dense, and it was very exciting, and I want to have like 2 hours of conversation to sort of take that 1 minute and break it down and just like talk to you for hours, and I think we'd talk a lot, you know, because I think I've been in the very, very similar boat, right, of being called the very same things, the masculine voice to like, you know, the whole body part. So I mean, I would love to have like 3 hours conversation over that 1 minute, but I think I just want to let you know, and this is something that you can process it, is sometimes that density works for you, sometimes that density could go against, because people might, you know, miss what's the, you know, and there's and depending on the audience, you might want to decide whether you want to keep it very, very, you know, tight, or you want to make it very, very simple and easy to understand. So really depends on the audience. It worked for me because it was just like, you know, so many sort of, you know, little sort of, you know, gray cells kind of just like popping up. It worked for me, but just wanted to let you know that it might or might not work for all different audience. So yeah, thank you for that. That was really strong.
Thank you for your feedback. Just to reiterate one thing, I don't think I've mentioned this, but I actually studied economics and also minored in gender. So I think I would love to sit down with you for 3 hours about this any day.
Thank you so much, Swastika ji. Now let's move on to Seema Golchha.
Hi, Astha.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. And what a natural speaker you are. Absolute effortless. The 1 minute.
Mashallah, thank you.
Yes, it was beautiful. I mean, this is something I'm learning. What are the nuances that we should be looking at when giving a good, powerful speech? So what I liked about your speech, a lot of things. Firstly, the name, the title itself, body positivity as against body shaming. Because when you talk about body positivity, you're already a positive person. Obviously, you have had a lot of difficult time and being called names, but you've come out of that and you're calling it body positivity, which is amazing. We all need to learn to be positive with that. Secondly, I like that you had a quote in your 1 minute speech. You managed to have a quote. You made it impactful by saying, remember that this is what you need to do. Remember if this happens, that this is what, and then you remember. That's how a speech becomes powerful and impactful. You also ended it up with really well that to be confident under your own skin. And to me, that is beauty. Irrespective of what people think and you look for validation from others, but no, it's about you and how you are with yourself. You accept yourself the way you are. And then the world is a beautiful place. So thank you so much for this speech. A couple of suggestions. One is your hand was like this all throughout. So, you know, when you're talking about remember, so you just have your hand gestures, just loosen up and just, you know, make it more impactful, because we do speak with our hands, you know, our body speaks. And when you have just this little one box you have to speak in, so just try and utilize this entire space, at least this much from waist up. Because waist down, you could be wearing pajamas, it's okay. But in the Zoom, just enjoy this space, this little space. Secondly, just maybe a little pauses would have made the speech more impactful. Remember this, and then just give us time so that we can process it and remember it. Because by the time we could process it, I have to remember something else. So just these little, you know, tips, and you already are a fantastic speaker. So congratulations and all the best in this pageant. Thanks, Astha.
Mashallah, thank you. Feedback.
Oh, thank you so much to both of our judges. And Astha, I have seen your video swimwear go somewhere in social media, if I'm not wrong. And recently as well, in the task 1, I saw your video and you're talking about body positivity here as well. And you're setting such a wonderful example, like effortless, I must say, like loved it overall.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I just wanted to say one thing. I started a movement with my friend called Under My Skin. It's a body positivity movement. So if any girls are looking for body positivity education, literature, advice, please do reach out.
All right. Thank you so much, Astha. We'll see you in a while.
Thank you so much. Thank you, judges.
Next, we have contestant number 1085, Pratima Sen. Let's have her. Hi, Pratima.
Hi, how are you?
I've been good. How are you?
I'm good too.
Nervous, excited, confident about your video?
Yeah, actually it is about the bullying, and actually it's my own story which I've been through and what are the consequences I faced, which could ruin somebody's life too, but I came out of it. So I tried my best to give message within a 60 minutes.
I'm glad to know that you came out of it, and now let's have a look at what you have to say.
Hi, this is Pratima Sen, and I've been a victim of bullying at the age of 16 when I moved out to another country, India, to pursue my higher studies. It all started on my first day and it continued until it began to hurt me physically and mentally. I've been harassed so much that it drove me to the point to change my school and start all over again. But after that incident, my life has completely changed. I come out to be the stronger than I am. But I feel sad when I look back to those terrible days. Well, I don't want to be defined for my bullying experience in high school, but it has shaped a strong woman I am today, and I deserve to be told. So guys, it's okay to dislike someone, or it's okay to dislike someone for no reason, but it's not okay to humiliate or to disrespect others, because everybody has feelings and everybody deserves love and
All right. Bullying, something that we have been facing it, we've been seeing it, we've been hearing about it, and I could relate to so many things what you just said, Pratima, because I have personally been a part of bullying as well, and I know how much of courage it takes to stand strong for yourself. And listening to you, I hear that you are a strong woman now, and you stand for yourself, and you're there to inspire so many others. Good job.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Let's move on to our judges. Seema ji.
Hi, Pratima.
Hello, ma'am.
What a beautiful speech.
Really?
Yeah, I just love your smile. You've been smiling throughout this little session, and I really admire that. It's really sweet. Yes, bullying is a very important topic, which for the longest time was taken for granted that it happens in school, and you just have to accept it. But why? What are the long-term scars that it leaves on a child? We don't realize it. We don't realize that there's a thin line between a prank and bullying. What you don't realize is may have started as a prank or something, but it eventually leads to bullying. So yes, very important topic, needs to be addressed. So what I really liked about your speech, you are you have made a negative thing in your life, you've made it positive. You have become strong because of what you went through as a child. It scarred you, and I could also sense the pain in your voice. Even now, it shows that you're not healed completely. It still bothers you, it still affects you, but in spite of all that, you're able to come out of it and talk about it and be vulnerable and be positive about it. So hats off to you to be able to do that. Where you could have improved is maybe you could have just shared what the bullying was, just a little bit on, so that we know what not to do or what we could stop if we see that happening in front of us. So that would have helped get a better picture for us. And also the video ended abruptly. Maybe the ending should have been worked upon. I know the time is very limited, but
Yeah.
I do agree. But the whole trick is to make a powerful speech in the time allotted to you. But all in all, great speech. Thank you, Pratima, and all the
Thank you
best.
so much, ma'am.
Swastika ji.
Pratima, hello.
Ma'am.
I just sat there and I just listened to you, like throughout that video. It was so authentic. It wasn't like a speech. Okay? It wasn't like you're trying to make an impression and you're trying to impress or you're trying to win. It was you just sharing what happened and how you don't like it and how that is just wrong. And I just sat there and I listened and I could connect with you. I could empathize with you. And so loved that authenticity, that honesty with which you spoke. And it's just like it didn't matter. It wasn't something you said to impress Khalko and Sunny. So really love that, just how simply you put your experience out there. I know when you're trying to give a speech, that authenticity is really important. But again, you do want to make sort of like craft it a little bit as a speech funny, so you want to stay honest, you want to stay authentic, but you also want to add a little bit of element of speech. For me, I think towards the end ko part mein, I could connect with you and I was like, okay, you're doing a good job of at least sharing how what happened and what how it impacted you. like Seema ji said, maybe a little more would have been helpful to really connect with you. Bullying is a vague word, and you can decide how much you want to share and how much you don't want to share. But I think for me, like towards the end, you really have to remember, who are you talking to? Who is this message for? Are you talking to those who bully, and are you trying to say, look, don't do that? Because somebody did that to me and it took me a lifetime to heal. Remember how long the impact of your work actually lasts. You might just say it as a joke, but it can harm a people for a really long time. Or are you talking to the ones who have been bullied and saying it's possible to heal, it's possible to forgive yourself, it's possible? So when you're giving a speech, you really want to imagine your audience, regardless of who is sitting in front of you. You want to say, who is the speech for? It's not for the judges, of course. It is somewhere you want to say, who's this message for? Who are you crafting this speech for? So if you keep that in mind, it helps you streamline your speech a little more clearly and be like, and make your end message very, very clear as to who are you asking to take certain action to. And I think that would have definitely made your speech really, really strong. And you're already very authentic. You speak from your heart. You speak from your experience. I think that is already there, and that's a really big asset. So keep that with you. Right?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Pratima. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Moving on to our third participant of batch 5, contestant number 1086, SNEHA SIGDEL. Hi, SNEHA. Can you unmute your mic? Mic off sa jasto cha timro.
Oh, sorry for that. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay. What about you?
Oh, good. All right. So, video सुरु गर्न अगाडि के भन्न चाहन्छौ भिडियोको बारेमा?
Yeah, so I made tax 2 very special for me because I dedicate my tax video to my grandmothers who is not with me physically. I feel so connected to old people. So let's see. I want to say so many things, but कहाँबाट सुरु गर्ने भिडियो पछि भन्छु.
All right. Now let's dive into SNEHA's video.
Namaste. Since I was very close to my grandmother, she always been the greatest inspiration in my life. Although she is not with me physically, but she is the real definition of brave, bold, and beautiful woman for me. She motivates me to value the other lives. I am inspired by her calm, kind, and helping personality. I remember उहाँले आफ्नो बित्ता बत्ता अरूलाई दिने गर्नुहुन्थ्यो. Who really needs that? Which why I passionated toward her. Every time I see old people around me, I see her soul reflected each and everyone out there. This always made me see my purpose in life. I want to adopt old needy people and give them all the aspect of the life, which is not only financial but also giving emotional support too, because we all are the emotional beings. I grew up with her positive energy and she showed me the brighter side of the old. Now I realize why she gave me the name SNEHA means love. Hashtag be a good human. Thank you.
Hashtag be a good human. Wow, what an ending. All right, let's hear from our judges. Swastika ji, let's start from you.
Hi, SNEHA. Oh my God, that just put a smile in my face. I think your grandmother's positivity passed to you and that passed to all of us. And we were just like, beaming with that smile of yours, and it's very contagious. So thank you. I think this was so heartfelt. You talked about your grandmom. Can she see this video and see what you've done? Oh, she'll be very proud. I know. And I think grandmothers are always very, very special grandparents. And somehow they manage to teach us what our parents can't, and in such a way, and in such a loving way. So really, really, really sweet. I think that was really awesome that she gives away her to Bridda Bhatta, Rubani, I know. And this is how, they set an example of giving, right? So it was really sweet. I would have loved to know a little bit about, there was a lot of things you told about your grandmother. And there was one clear example of how she sort of like gives away her Pritha Bhatta देखि लिएर हैन अझ अलिकति बेसी कथा सुन्न पाए भए रमाइलो हुन्थ्यो जस्तो लाग्यो कि that's what grandmothers do, no? They tell you stories. So would have loved to have हुन्छ नि a little more focus around your grandmother, what she taught you and how she taught you. I think there was a lot of like, she's really kind, she's taught me a value of positivity. But then I was like, okay, you know, I believe you, I believe she did that for you, Tara, how, you know, like, and even just like 3 incidents and 3 things she taught you would have been really powerful. I think we heard a lot of good things about your grandmother, which I think is so sweet of you, you know, as a granddaughter, to appreciate everything she's been to bring for you. We would have loved to just hear more stories and what she was like and what she taught. I don't know what you could have fit in a minute, that you know, where is she educated, is she, you know, a working woman, a housewoman, is she, you know, what's her story? Oh God, I just want to know your grandmother more. Okay, you know? So would have loved to make it a little bit specific, like stories and incidents, rather than just a general of like what you appreciate about her. Really concrete stories would have made it really, really awesome. So thank you for sharing your grandmother with us.
Thank you.
Seema ji?
Yes. Hi, Sneha.
Hello, ma'am.
You are so beautiful. Your topic is also as beautiful and sweet. I'm sure your grandmom is really proud of you right now. Yes, so what I liked about your speech is your topic to start with. Grandmom. Grandparents are somebody who I think they kind of bridge the gap between parents and the children. Somehow they come in between and they kind of help you, you know, shorten others, make the gap smaller. So yeah, what a beautiful topic. And how you described her, free, bold, beautiful, calm, kind. I think you kind of raced through the entire adjectives because she was just so amazing for you. I think you're not able to put all those words in that 1 minute, you know. So you kind of rushed everything. Okay, she's all that and so much more. So I could almost visualize her. And I also really like the way you ended. # be a good human. That was so sweet. And that was so you. I can imagine what kind of a person you are. How you could have made the speech better? One is, like Swastika ji said, I think a story or an anecdote with your grandmother, like something that changed your life or something that connects you with her, like you have a very strong bond, or something you could have just shared which, or describe her better, or your relationship with her, for us to be able to visualize better, make a better vivid picture in our mind. And when you're talking about a person, it'd be nice to even add a dialogue, you know, maybe what she told you, a life's lesson, or in Nepali or something, you know, which her authentic style, change the voice and do it. So there's so much more you can do, although it's 1 minute, but you can make this 1 minute even more impactful. You could have shared her name and what kind of a character, where she would be sitting, or, you know, just make us visualize it. There's so much scope in this speech where you could have really worked upon. But I think overall you did a very good job and beautiful topic. And thank you so much, Sneha. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you to both of our judges. And Sneha, from my end, I think you rushed a little bit. तपाईले भन्नुभएको कुरा एकदमै राम्रो थियो, तर अलि धेरै हात दिनुभयो because of 1 minute time constraint, हैन? Otherwise clear थियो. अझै पेसलाई घटाउनु भएको भए चाहिँ अझै त्यो feel आउँथ्यो होला जस्तो लाग्यो. Other than that, very well done. Thank you so much, Sneha.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's move forward to our next participant. 1089 contestant number, BIJINA RAJBHANDARI. Hello, BIJINA.
Hello. Hi, Subeksha.
Confident about your video?
Yeah. The reason I chose this topic is because back in China, I had this wonderful opportunity to teach students in different schools. And with time, my love, compassion, and my understanding towards children grew even stronger. So here in Nepal, knowing the fact that 60% of Nepalese children are unable to attend school, and the majority children who somehow get admission in school are are compelled to study in whatever school or whatever school curriculum or teachers are available at their area, comparing to those who are studying in town area without knowing its quality, as they don't have any choice. So education being most important issue, talk about issue in Nepal, but still it's sad to know that it isn't viewed as a national issue. So my dream is to encourage all the children that their education is not measured by their exam results or certificates, but they should learn to develop quality, admirable traits and skill that is useful for their community and for the development of their community. So yeah, I hope the judges, they're gonna like my speech.
All right. This was another 1 minute to your speech, BIJINA. Let's have a look at your video.
Okay.
Namaste everyone. I'm BIJINA RAJBHANDARI. Today my topic is importance of quality education for every child. As the never-stopping news about rape, acid attacks, gender, body discrimination, and so on ruptures every day. Have you ever wondered what might have been the root cause of this social menace? Yes, it's because our society is somewhat behind in teaching us to be responsible, respectful, and selfless. Being a teacher for 6 years has taught me that if a child is given quality education, we will no longer have to face this kind of problems. So for me, the most significant aspect to work on would be to provide quality and sustainable education to every child with love, kindness, and compassion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, BIJINA, for bringing this topic to light. Now let's hear what our judges have to say. Let's start with Swastika ji.
Hi, BIJINA.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. I feel bad about contestants who talk about something that I am very passionate about, because then I just go on with these feedback and I just go on and on and on, and I have so much to say. But you know, you bring up quality education. That's what I do. That's what my work and passion has been around, to ensure that, you know, kids who actually go to public school also attain quality education. So yeah, it was just like, you know, it was just, and I'm always very, very proud and very, very happy, and I really respect teachers. And I think the best of us should teach, and I think that's so important. So I have a lot of respect for those who teach. I'm part of Teach for Nepal, so of course, a lot of respect to teachers. I am here because I had, and it doesn't take a lot of teachers. Okay? One teacher, for 2 years in your life can make a difference, and you'll have several bad teachers, but one good teacher will sort of make up for all those other bad teachers and still bring you. And I'm here because of my English teacher, who wasn't just like, really not just about language, but she built me up. She built my confidence. So I agree that a teacher and a quality education can actually build your confidence to go ahead and face life and deal with it. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for teaching these children, and I can see that you're a very compassionate teacher. So yeah, I think you have that power already to sort of change lives and make a difference. So thank you for that. I think the speech could have been a little more tight. It went from like quality education to children to compassion to teaching. I think it could have been tighter. But I think Seema ji is better equipped to sort of comment on the speech part. For me, it was a little scattered, kind of didn't end with a very strong sort of like,
I'll work on that.
Yeah, the content itself could have, I think, been a little more tighter. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your suggestion.
Seema ji?
Yes. Hi, BIJINA.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And what a wonderful speaker. You are like really confident and calm at the same time.
This is something even I need to learn, how to be calm when speaking, because I kind of rush. So that was amazing. Really liked, of course, what a topic, something that you have been working at. As a teacher, you believe in quality education. So that again was a great topic. What I also liked was how you questioned us, have you ever wondered? Because when you question the audience, they start thinking and like, okay, yeah, I have wondered. So that is also an important way to, make it interactive or connect with the audience better. Where you could have improved is, this is a topic of your passion. So let the passion come out. Because what I realized was the vocal variety was just, it was just too calm. There are certain things where you have to raise your voice, or maybe your pace of your speech. And this is something you will learn eventually. I mean, it just doesn't happen overnight. You will, when you're sad, your tone has to go a little low. And have you ever wondered, so when you're asking a question, not to dramatize it too much, but just add a little more conviction which will make us feel that it's natural. You're not nervous. Because when you are just talking, you are kind of just trying to say all the things that you've memorized. And that's where you go wrong. Sometimes it's okay not to memorize it word by word. Let your natural self come out. It's okay if you say the and because I believe in the quality more than how you say it, And to make it more impactful, you just need a little bit of more vocal variety to show that you are really passionate. So just add that and you will crack it. Thank you so much, BIJINA, and all the best.
I appreciate your suggestion, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you to our judges, and thank you so much, BIJINA. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Subeksha.
All right, moving on to next contestant, contestant number 1090, Anu POUDYAL. Hi, Anu. Hello. Mic unmute.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I got confused.
No worries. How are you? How have you been doing?
I'm fine. And so many love and energy from my side to all three of you for like making it up to all these hours. So yeah, thank you as well from all of us.
Thank you so much. So Anu, would you like to say something before we play your video?
Yeah, sure. Well, this session has, got this vibe of awareness camp kind of vibe for me, like everybody talking about what they've faced and everybody being so personal about what they're speaking. And this has been kind of like awareness session for me. And also talking about my topic, it is related to that. And me being someone who have been in volunteering sector for like more than 5-6 years now, I have seen so many people and so many communities who still face the traditional problems, that we used to study years back or we used to discuss about years back. They're still facing it, and it just a sad reality. So it's amazing how awareness is spreading throughout this session, and also how they are not only talking about the problem but how they have overcome through that problem. So it's been amazing. So yeah, I think I could have done so much better in my video from whatever I have heard from the judges. So yeah, but all good. I'll improve more.
All right, Seema ji, is my internet okay? All right. So now let's look at your video.
Okay.
Namaste. Anu POUDYAL, contestant number 1090. I want to talk about impactful awareness. While we are celebrating our freedom, being ourselves, learning and experiencing different aspects of life, some people are still terrified to go through another normal day, still scared to express and be themselves. The fact that we are from Zoom call era, but some women are still being blamed for the gender of the child, while it actually depends on a male chromosome. It shows how disbalanced our society is. Activists like Anuradha Koirala, Anjali Lama, and more inspired many people to lead independent life. Conducting awareness camps like that would help and inspire many other people, girls, LGBTQ community people to come forward, fight for their right, and lead independent life, which will also help society to grow and progress as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anu. Now let's hear from our judges. Swastika ji.
Hi, Anu.
Hello,
Thank
ma'am.
you. That energy that you passed was well received. I was like, okay, so thank you for passing on that energy. Thank you for that energy in your speech. I think I was sort of like really pulled into it, and I was like really, really listening and really, really paying attention. Again, very important topic. Again, it's for women to bring up these issues are even more important. These have to be voiced. These have to be, these are the things that have to be talked about. And then, so it was really, really interesting topic. For me, it went, there was a lot that you talked about. I think in that 1 minute, it was, you talked about several things, several big things, so we're talking about, like female sort of like, being sort of like aborted before they're born because of their sex.
Yeah.
There's a particular word that I'm forgetting. And then you're talking about that. You're talking about trafficking on Radha Koirala dekhi liera, and you're talking about LGBTQ, and there was a lot of topic that you taught, and everything is big. And so you're talking about your female child being killed and aborted dekhi liera. Then you connect it with Anjali Lama and Anuradha Koirala, which was just like a little bit hard connection to make. So there's work in female sort of like trafficking dekhi liera. Issues. So it has to be a little more tightly woven.
Yeah, sure.
Every argument has to build on each other, especially when it's 1 minute speech. You don't want to have 4 different arguments, but you want one argument to build on another to build, and they have to be very tightly interlinked. So just to think about something when you're sort of giving a speech in future, it's just about what is the point that I'm making, and how is it connected with each other and building onto each other. And then you want to be very specific. Am I talking about sexual rights, LGBTQ, and I'm talking about their right to express their life, to certain access to justice or access to similar dignified life. Am I talking about? So it was a lot of important topic that we have to talk about. But for 1 minute, I think you would have benefited from picking one and building your arguments to support each other and build upon each other. Okay. So,
yeah. Thank you. I'll work on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank
you
you
so much, Swastika ji. Seema ji, what do you have to say?
Yes. Hi, Anu.
Hello, ma'am.
You are a great speaker. You had everything that, again, a good speaker needs. You had your vocal variety, you had your hand gesture, your body language. So all that was really good. You had eye contact, you had everything. What you needed was, like Swastika ji said, you needed a structure. You needed to be specific. You needed to have a point. What was it that you were trying to tell us? Because we know that these are the issues that are already existing. We are aware of it. And you have 1 minute. So 1 minute, what you need to do is learn to edit your speech a little bit, narrow it down to one specific thing. Because there are thousands of things you want to talk about. I can understand, because you're passionate about this also and this also. But when it comes to your 1 minute, you have to make the most of it. So you just think of one thing, and stick to that. Stick to, if you want to talk about, okay, maybe what you could have done is talk about what volunteering you are doing. Because there are a number of volunteering services which you have been a part of this sector for a very long time. You could have just spoken about yourself and what you are specifically doing. And once you do that, you don't have to tell us what we need to do, because we will learn from your story indirectly.
Yeah.
What you have learned, you tell us. And it's up to us what we want to learn from your speech. Right. So we don't directly at this age that we, even I don't have the power to say that we have to do this, we need to do this, and we have to do this, because yes, we know that. But it'd be nice if you just share your story and what you have learned. That's it. That's all you need to do. And it's up to us what we will learn from your story. But you are a fantastic speaker already. Just work on the structure of your speech or the point that you're trying to make. That there has to be one specific thing that you need to tell us, and that's it. Then automatically the speech will take shape. Well, congratulations, Anu, and all the
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I realized that while I was hearing all your judgments, because I am really, it really angers me also, kind of, because these are such minimal, like, we know that's wrong, but still happening and still happening. Like, women are being blamed for the gender of the child now. And it's really sad that we really cannot, make a big difference with, like, only talking about it. So the point of mentioning all these big names where they're having so many issues in their life, they have, like, come forward and made their independent life. So I wanted to make sure, like, the awareness thing to be so impactful that everybody who hears us or hears them can also change their lives. So yeah, but I completely agree with whatever you've said, and I'll work on that in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anu, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Next, we have contestant number 1092, RIYA Shrestha. Hi, RIYA. Mike.
Sorry. Yeah,
Hi.
sorry.
How
Hi.
are you?
I'm doing great. How about you guys? It was a
We're
long
doing,
wait.
we're doing fantastic, hearing so many stories, hearing so
Yeah.
many things. You girls are so passionate about it, and it's really inspiring for us as well. Anything that you would like to add up before we start your video?
Yes, sure. Like when we were told to speak about something, there was no second thought about this. And I had it in my mind and heart and just wanted to put it into words. And as I grew up, I think I understood it even more. And it might seem like a small topic, but it's really important and powerful if you're a daughter. And I speak for all the women who were ever in position. I hope this video, you like it and get the essence of it and how I presented it. And to all those who are watching, to realize how difficult it is to be as vulnerable as a daughter, a mother, a daughter-in-law, and all they do despite all the expectations.
All right, I'm excited to hear you. Let's have a look at the video.
Okay.
Hello everyone, the topic is a part of my life and I think a lot of women can relate to son preference and gender expectation. I'm privileged to have an extremely supportive family, but in context of the patriarchal society we're born in, combined with the socioeconomic, highly traditional and religious values has created a strong influence to have a male child. Well, for example, generally one of which being performing of the last rites, the valuation of a son and devaluation of a daughter leading to male dominance, and always expecting the daughters to be emotionally supportive, dutiful, and hardworking rather unapologetically responsible. It hurts me to see when there is no rejoice over a daughter being born, the exact phrase being "Chori boy pani huncha." I'd rather be thrilled to hear like "Chori boy ni, chori paye ni," because when a son is born, there's always rejoice in the family, and the mother is.
So the last line was the mother is relieved. Sorry.
I like the topic that you've chosen, something we've seen that seen in the society, and slowly there has been some changes about it. It's definitely very empowering that you're talking about it and you want to bring that change and you want to be that change maker with your voice.
Thank you so much.
Now let's hear from our judges. I would like to start with Seema ji.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes, I would agree with Subeksha. What a beautiful topic. Gender expectation.
Yes.
Because discrimination everybody speaks about. What are the expectations? And that is what makes life really difficult and challenging for all of us as a mother, as a daughter, as a daughter-in-law. So yes, of course, a wide, very wide topic. I really liked how you chose the topic and you spoke your heart. You spoke about what you believed in, and you gave examples. That why we say that, okay, oh, it's only it's okay, it's a daughter. Like, why? So addressed a very important issue again, and we need to change our mindsets. Even though we may think we're very modern in our thinking, but even now I see that there are people, when I get laddus from a friend, and I realize, oh, it's a boy, but nobody knows about the two girls that they had before this boy, which is not fair. I mean, I'm okay with sharing, you distribute laddus when it's a boy, but why not when you have two girls also? So that is changing slowly. We need to talk about it, and we need to bring that awareness.
That is why I want to bring it up.
So again, as a speaker, you're a great speaker. How you could make the speech a better speech is, firstly, I thought you were really serious. I know it's a serious topic, but the seriousness just continued in the thing, in the entire speech. So obviously, it is a sign of kind of a nervousness. It's a sign of nervousness. It is. We are all nervous, and no matter how good a speaker you are. If you think that, okay, you're going to do this, no, everybody, even Barack Obama is nervous. He was a Toastmaster too. So it's okay to be nervous. Just don't show it when you're speaking. Try to fake confidence, or just ignore the nervousness. And of course, it's a 1-minute speech. That in itself is challenging because there's so much you want to speak. So the speech did not end on time. No matter how good a speaker you are, if you're not able to convey your message in the time allotted to you, it just doesn't make sense. So try and stick to your time, learn the art of editing, just focus on what is most important to you. So if you've written 10 things, tick on 3 things. And okay, this is what is most important. The less important things, we can talk about it in detail when you have more time. So that will make your thoughts and mind crisp, and which will translate it in our thoughts. We'll be able to understand you better, what you are trying to tell us. But all in all, a great speech. And thank you, Riya.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seema ji. Now let's move on to Swastika Shrestha.
Hi, Riya. Good job. I think
Thank you.
It's an important topic, and immediately all women can relate to it, right? Like whether they're daughters, whether they're daughter-in-laws, it's something that's so relatable, and you're just like, yeah, those expectations, and those failures to rejoice. And I wasn't just a daughter, but I was a second daughter. Imagine that, it's like one time people are like, okay, next one will be a son, but then being the second one and be like, hello world, that comes with its own share of shock, so it's really interesting. That topic kind of took me back to sort of like thinking about me and my life. And so it's really interesting when something you say and people can relate to it and go back and reflect. So I think your speech definitely had that power for people to take a step back and reflect on themselves as women, or their family, women in their families and at home. And I think that and you picked up very specifically gender mapani. I think gender is a very big topic, but you very specifically talked about these expectations and how we feel to rejoice their successes, and from their birth to like all their successes in life. And I think now one thing I would have loved is to to bring a little bit of story. Like at first, what you do is immediately when you start your speech, you I don't know if that's even a word, but you devalidate yourself. You're saying that I had a supporting parents, full stop, right? And you do want to acknowledge that you're supportive family, but then what is the speech about then? Where is this coming from? If this not coming from your personal experience, where is this coming from, right? So you might want to add stories. Like I had stories of like, when a parent passes away, they wait for the son to come from, wherever abroad that they are, but they're not going to wait for their daughter, okay? It's just like, something's wrong about that, right?
Yeah.
So you want to bring these stories that make your speech very visible, very, visual, like we can see it, we can, so if it's not about your life, what have you seen? And as women, I think, you know, what affects us is not just what has happened to us, but what is happening to women all over, right? Like when a woman gets raped, I get scared. It doesn't have to happen to me. You know, it's just like you realize how vulnerable you are just for being a woman, you know? So, but you do want in your speech, want to bring, if it is not your story, what have you seen and how has that affected you? How does it affect when you realize that a girl child is just not celebrated? What does that make you feel about you and you as a child and as a daughter, you know? So you do want to sort of like balance that out with your, if not your personal experience, with, you know, what you have seen. So more stories, I think, of what you've seen, how that has affected you. I think that would make it very, very powerful. So thank you. All the best moving ahead.
I hope I could have added some more, but thank you.
we learn. Never apologize for something that, you know, you didn't know before. You're going to know it now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Riya, and we wish you all the best. We will see you in a while.
Okay.
Now we have contestant number 1094, Angel Lama. Hello, Angel.
Hello everyone. Namaskar.
Namaste. How are you?
I'm doing really good, a bit nervous and excited.
Anything that you would like to say before we start your video?
Yeah, first of all, I would like the judges to know that I've been closely working with LGBTIQ community and outside the community for past 4 years. And this topic has to be the most relevant thing that should be addressed, that I believe. And yeah, I'm open to hear the inputs from the judges.
All right, let's have a look at her video.
HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. For the last 8 months, I've been working in Cruises, Nepal as community-based supporter, providing health services related to HIV and creating awareness about...
Sorry, I can't hear anything. Very, very faint sound.
A lot of youth individual doesn't have idea about...
Shall we start the video again? Can we try that? And let's mute all our mics.
HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. For the last 8 months, I've been working in Cruises, Nepal as community-based supporter, providing health services related to HIV and creating awareness about HIV. From those experiences, I came to know that a lot of youth individual doesn't have idea about PrEP or PEP or how to have safer sex due to the fact that people who are living with HIV are stigmatized. Therefore, we should start to stop stigmatizing people who are living with HIV and create awareness and provide knowledge about PrEP and PEP and also promote safer sex. As Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, you can't always build a better future for the youth, but you can always create a better youth for the future. Thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, Angel, you've talked about HIV and how we should work towards it and focusing on LGBTIQ community as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, mostly the youths.
Mostly youths overall.
Yeah.
All right. Seema ji?
Hi, Angel. What a beautiful name.
Hello.
Missing a hair on your head. So, I'm sorry, I could barely hear. I tried to get really close to the camera, but I thought it looked a little abrupt or obscene. So I tried to maintain my dignity on the camera. But from what I understood, or from what I could hear, as you spoke about HIV and how you have been working in the past 8 years to create awareness.
8 months.
8 months, sorry. 8 months to create awareness. And of course, if you are doing it, you believe in it. That is why you are sharing this with us. And the 1 minute topic that you thought of was this topic. So I liked the confidence you had I just wished I could have, it was more audible. Maybe it was the sound quality. I first thought it was my connection or something, but then I think it was faint for everyone. But yes, great topic. I haven't heard this topic in this entire till now. So well done. I just wish I could give you more feedback if I would have heard more. Congratulations and all the best, Angel.
Thank you, ma'am.
Swastika ji.
Hi, Angel.
Hello.
Again, thank you for bringing up this topic, which is almost forgotten. You know, it's how, you know, the whole development politics actually works, right? Like at one point, everything was about, you know, HIV, and now the focus of the development fund has shifted and nobody talks about it as if we're completely, you know, free of HIV and we don't have any problems. It's almost, you know, it's you know, people treat it like it's done with, you know, we don't have that. So I think for somebody like you to keep bringing this issue up and reminding people and policymakers that, hey, it's still there and this is not a problem that's we're done with, you know, you have to keep it as a priority. So I think just bringing up this issue and voicing your work, again, what you do is really important. What you chose to talk about is, again, equally important. So really, really important. And thank you for what you do. I think speech, again, I was able to make some part of it. You know, when we're delivering a speech, there were two angles that you could have taken your speech in, right? One is to inform, another is to inspire, right? You know, and you can choose what to do with that topic. If you wanted to inform, then you probably would have needed to bring in some data and numbers, you know, and say that, hey, this is happening. And here is the action that we need to take. If you were trying to inspire, then we would need stories, you know, of what is happening, what's happening in the real life. And if you really, really want to move people, there's nothing better than stories of people, of how, you know, what are their struggles. So I think your speech kind of was in between the two. It was also sort of like emotionally trying to connect us, but it was also a little, you know, sort of, it wasn't fully like informative. I think it had some, I would have loved to know what are the numbers, you know, at what numbers does it still exist, and what are young people saying, how many young people are still affected by it. So, you know, I think it was in between informative and inspiring. And so it was a little bit of both, but I would have loved it to be a little more, you could have picked one and been a little more stronger and brought stories or brought some facts and figures and numbers to it. So yeah, I think, like, you know, trying to decide, what is my speech about? Do I want to leave people emotional about it and sad about it? Do I want to leave people motivated to just get up and do something about it? Do I want people to be informed about it? You know, those are some questions that you want to ask yourself when you're crafting your speech, as to what do you want to leave your audience thinking or feeling, you know? So, and crafting your speech around that would make your 1 minute speech really, really effective, very succinct, and right on the dot, you know? And so, yeah, good luck with, you know, moving forward. All the best.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. I will take that and apply it in the future on my all speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Angel. And next time, make sure your video sound is a little more louder, all right?
Sure, I would make sure of that. Thank you.
All right. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Now, moving forward, we have contestant number 1095, ARIKA RANABHAT. ARIKA, let's be very straightforward. Anything you would want to say before the video?
Hello, namaste everyone. Hello, Dizu. So yeah, definitely. The topic I have put forward today is, as I am a medical person, being a doctor, I amplified so much, and as I have seen so many cases of rape and sexual assault, so I have taken this video moreover as awareness or appeal kind of video. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, we're looking forward to your video as well. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Namaste. I am Dr. ARIKA and today I am going to talk about sexual assault and rape. Any form of a bad touch without one consent is intolerable. Now, sexual assault and rape has become a new global epidemic in the world. The problem where I find mostly is in the ground community level. The surprising proportion of our country which endures the attitude that minimizes and trivializes the rape cases is really pathetic. People finding problem in rape victims whereas excusing the real perpetrator is unbearable. I demand for strong law enforcement. I want capital punishment to the rapist. I want to be the unspoken, unmuttered voice of Nirmala Panta, or 5-year-old boy who was brutally killed after rape in Saptari. So this is where I want to work passionately about, for the better Nepal, for the better world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arika, for this video. The point that you've highlighted about the consent, it is so important when we're talking about topics like this. Now, let's hear what our judges have to say about the entire video and your presentation. Swastika ji.
Hi, Erika, and
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you again. This is such an intense topic. I don't know, all the contestants have been bringing such intense issues that, every time you speak, I'm just carried into this other land and I'm thinking and I'm troubled by it and I'm provoked by it. And it was very similar, like when I heard you speak about this topic, I'm just like, it's disturbing, I know. I mean, it's just like I'm sitting there and I'm listening to your speech and I want to focus on you, but I'm also thinking about this issue, and it's just like, how terrible it is and everything that we, the kind of society that we live in. So I think you brought that up, and it's sad. It's, kind of got me into this really a little bit sad mode. So it's not about you, it's just about the issues. And I'm just like, why does that even have to happen? So again, thank you for bringing that. I think, again, you speak out of your conviction. You speak about this because you've seen it. You probably had to sort of like, help people in this sort of situation. So I'm really grateful to what you do. In terms of speech, I think you could have tightened that speech a little bit more. I think it talks about rape and assault is already such a huge thing, and it is not about consent. You rape and sexual harassment. I think when we talk about harassment, we talk about consent or something like that. But when we talk about rape, it is about so many other things. It is about men feeling powerful than women, men knowing that women do not have access to a proper justice system. It's always the powerful that rapes the powerless. So there's so many other issues. It's not just about consent, but it is about power. It is about lack of social sort of infrastructure for justice. One woman doesn't get justice, then what's the message that sends out to all the other sort of like perpetrators? Right now, it's there's no rule of law. So I think you touched upon a very important topic that definitely needed to be a little more in-depth sort of like discussion on the topic itself. You shared what you wanted, that you want this, but why, right? Like why is this important for everyone, not just for you?
why is this important for the society that we live in? I think there needed to be a little more work on the speech, not just make about your personal sort of, this is what I want, but this is what our society needs. So a little more work around the topic, the severity of it, and what concrete action needs to happen. Again, I was sharing this with the earlier contestant. If your intention is to inspire, we need stories, of like, this has happened and this has happened. If it wants to be informative and you want to leave your audience informed, that then we need facts and numbers. How many are we talking about? How many rape cases are we talking about? So really, really think about, what do I want to leave my audiences with? Do I want to leave them inspired? Do I want them to sort of just get up from their chair and do something? Do I want them to be emotional and just feel the victim's pain for a while, and just imagine what would they be feeling if it was them or somebody they loved? So really, in terms of speech, what you do is important, but being able to advocate it through a really, really powerful speech is really important. And I think that is why Miss Universe has this particular session, because you have to be able to really, really voice your agenda in a very powerful way. So yeah, definitely in future, work on your content and really, really build it with very strong arguments, with focus on like, who am I speaking to and how do I want to leave my audience feeling and thinking.
Sure, definitely. Thank you.
Seema ji.
Hi, Arika.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. You had, your speech was really good.
Thank you.
Had the body language, all the techniques that a good speech require. You had that emotion in your voice, because it was so close to you, the subject that you have been encountering probably, almost every day, directly or indirectly, being a doctor. And so yeah, all the techniques were there. And I already agree with Swastika ji, so I will not repeat what she said, but how you could have improved. I liked how you said, I demand this and I demand that, right? You demanded a few things, but that made it positive. That made it a very strong message. But again, who are you demanding this to? Talk to that audience. Who's your audience? I demand justice. Okay, so but who are you demanding? Because I will not be able to give you justice. It's just that, let's talk to that. So again, it was a very general topic. Maybe you could have shared your own personal experience. Like just the other day, there was this little, there was a mother who came to my, or, your own experience. And what you thought about that, how it changed you or impacted you. That would have made it a much more powerful speech, as against just giving us news that, okay, 5-year-old girl was raped and a 10-year-old girl, because this is something we read in the news every day. So we don't want to know that. It's just, let's talk about your story, what you encountered or faced and how that impacted you. That leave us with that message. That would have been a much powerful speech. But thank you so much, Arika, and all the best.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I just want to add something that I have seen some fellow contestants sharing their feelings, sharing their experience, and I so want to say that you all are beautiful, and thank you for sharing your stories. I have a huge respect for you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Erika, and wish you all the best. I will see you in a while.
Okay.
All right, next we have contestant number 1096, Paramita Rana. Hi, Paramita. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We've been great. Anything that you would like to share before we start your video?
Okay, so as soon as our task 2 was given that we need to speak about something we're passionate about, 3 or 4 topics, they literally came gushing in my mind, and they were like, which were really close to my heart. So I wanted to talk about like cyberbullying, mental health, and don't give up, like follow your dreams. But then I thought to myself, what is actually the current topic of this pandemic? How has it affected all of us? So I would say that financially, everyone has financially, sabaiलाई garo bhako cha, it has hit hard. And especially me being from the entertainment industry, I was almost jobless for 8 months. So keeping that in mind, I have talked about supporting local business. So yeah, here it goes.
Okay, let's have a look at the video.
Namaste. As we all know that today we're facing a global pandemic, which is COVID-19. Things have been difficult for everyone this year. But slowly and steadily, things are getting back to normal. With having said that, we also know that this pandemic has gravely impacted the world's economy. Especially in our country, the GDP growth has been gone down. So today, I would like to convey a message to everyone saying that let us all please support local businesses. Let us support local businesses for the well-being of our community and the well-being of our country. Let us all be a responsible citizen to sustain the economy of our country. We Nepalese, we are very resilient. We are very strong. We overcame the earthquake, we overcame the civil war, and now, together, by each other's support, we'll overcome this financial situation as well. Thank you.
I think this topic, everybody can really relate to it. And I'm glad someone is speaking about it because local businesses हामीले support गर्न अति आवश्यक पनि छ because local businesses support गर्दा गर्दै नै countryको इकोनोमीलाई पनि एउटा हिसाबमा चाहिँ सहयोग पनि पुग्न जान्छ, right?
Yes,
wonderful topic. Let's hear what our judges have to say.
Sure.
I would like to start with Swastika ji.
Do we call you Pam in short?
Yes, yes.
Hi, Pam.
Hi.
I love that name, Pam. Nickname. Again, it's been hard, so I completely empathize with you. I hope things weren't too bad. And for some people it was really, really bad. We were so shaken because I think during this pandemic the inequities became even more blatant. Some people were really, really struggling. For some people it was like a vacation. For some people it was figuring out how do I keep myself and sustain myself and my family. So it got really, really hard. I agree with the idea of local businesses. I think what you offer as a solution, and not just short-term solution but long-term solution, there's no other way out than to go back to your roots and touch that ground and create businesses, sustain businesses, support each other. And I think it's such a powerful solution. I think I 100% agree with the solution that you've offered, because our country has been so reliant on remittance, tourism, and it's not something that's sustainable, right? People have to go back to the farms. People have to sort of have production happening right here. So great solution, and I'm so happy that you're voicing it. In terms of speech, a little more around local businesses, a little more powerfully sort of talking about local businesses and how that affects different economies. Now you've touched a little bit of about the economic idea you've introduced, right? You're not just saying, hey, local business, but now you've talked about the economy. So it's really important to bring some economics into your speech, right? Like how does the economy function for sustainability, for long term, short term, because I'm sensing that you're offering a solution, and now you have to convince me that it is a solution and there's no better solution. So you want to convince me that if we continue to be sort of so heavily dependent on all the imports and have all our money sort of leaving the country, we're just going to collapse, for a country like us. So I think if your speech is giving an economic solution, you have to bring in ideas of economics into your speech, and then really, really convince me that this is a long-term solution, this is a short-term solution, and this is going to fix our sort of like us from having this financial collapse, you know. Yeah, the pandemic's over, but you know, the effects of it is something that we're going to see for a year, 2 years, and God knows how many years. You know, the economic impact is something that will continue to face, and especially with the remittance, and especially with a lot of foreign like migrant workers then coming back. So you know, even if COVID goes, we're going to have to deal with the financial crisis. So you've picked up a very intelligent topic, and you've given a very intelligent solution to it. I think there's a little more arguments that you have to craft into your speech to really, really convince people that your solution is the right solution, and that is where Nepali, you know, policies and should now focus on, is this sort of promotion of local businesses or communities supporting their local businesses. Okay, so more argument into your speech. Solution is great. Now the arguments is something that you need to build on. So just be mindful when you do your speech where your arguments are. Okay, right? But again, great topic, great solution, very, very intelligent sort of topic and intelligent solution. So great job. All the best.
Thank you so much. We'll keep all the things in mind. Thank you.
Seema ji.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, so good to see you again.
Thank you. So when you say you're in entertainment, what do you do, please, if may I know?
Model, actress, and into singing.
Oh, wow. So multi-talented. In fact, I'm also into entertainment. Somehow I'm traveling a lot more sitting in my office over here through Zoom. So yeah, you just got to move with time. About your speech. Great topic. I could sense that you are really patriotic, and you aroused that sense in all of us also, that we are resilient, we can do anything. We've gone through this, we've had earthquake, we've come out of it, and COVID is nothing. We can, you know, come out of this again by supporting each other. So in terms of the speech, it was really well done. The delivery was good. I loved your facial expressions. That said a lot. Even though your body wasn't moving, most of the time you were like this, but your expression said a lot. And then when you were pleading, you actually joined your hands, which kind of, you know, make us want to listen to you, what you are trying to tell us. It was like, you know, way of pleading was really well done.
Thank you.
Where you could have improved is, okay, support local businesses, but how? What are you doing about it? How have you, what is the little change that you have made it? Because you're talking about your topic is very now. Unlike all the other topics we've heard, it's general. It's about all the other things in their lives, but this is about COVID times and how we need to support our local businesses. So just about a little thing about what, again, personal story, what you have been doing, or how it can be done. What are your ideas or thoughts? And it would have been a complete speech. Thank you so much, Pam, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, judges, and thank you so much, Paramita. Loved your concept and wish you all the best, and hope to see more of you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I think I'm the happiest to say this. Judges, we have the final contestant. Contestant number 1097, Nancy Khadka. Hello, Nancy. How are you?
Hi, Subeksha, and good evening to all the beloved, my viewers, whoever is watching me live tonight, and our beloved judges. I'm doing great. How about you all?
We're doing good, but I think it's almost like 3:30 right now.
Yes, it's 3:30. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's okay. Like
kudos to your patience as well. All right. Anything that you would like to say before we start with your video?
Yes, absolutely. I'd just like to cut it short and say, like, my real life's obstacles paving me path towards, leading me towards my ambitions. And I'm so honored and grateful to Miss Universe Nepal platform that giving me an opportunity to raise my voice and to reach out to the people where I could make them believe that fight the stigma and stick by it. And I could believe that I'm a warrior, and I want all of you all to believe so are you guys. So I'm looking really very forward to my video. I hope you all could resonate with my video. So let's go for it.
Awesome. Let's have a look at the video.
Thank you.
Get yourself together. You're fine throughout your day. What's making you cry right now? Stop exaggerating your issues. You're such an attention seeker. Yes, so hi there. This is Nancy Khadka. I've been suffering from an anxiety disorder and depression from past this year. My social media profile would have never let you guess this fact about me. The world we live in today treats people diagnosed with mental disorder with prejudices and discriminations. You know how often we make fun of people saying, "Hey, fala no manche to bola," so how easily we'll let go of these words as if it is some kind of a humor. According to UNICEF, more than 1,300 people have killed themselves in Nepal since March because of different mental traumas. As someone who is going through similar type of imbalanced neurochemicals, I would passionately like to break the stigma and spread the message that you are a fighter. If I don't let my illnesses define me as a person, then I hope you wouldn't too. Thank you.
I love it, Nancy.
Thank you
Good
so
job.
much. Thank you.
Let's hear from our judges. Seema ji.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Seema ma'am. How are you
Amazing
doing?
how you managed to look so fresh at 3 a.m. being the last contestant. But I love the energy and the smile and the glow is all intact. So, yes.
I was believing, like, having faith, like, last but not the least. So I was like, just mad.
Yes, I really liked your speech. I liked, again, it's a personal topic. It's about anxiety. It's a topic which we all need to address, and it's very common. Because of these times, it's even more common, especially in the younger generation. Like we take it as this is something we always have. We don't. I don't know. Anxiety was never an issue, but I do realize it is a big issue. People do have anxiety attacks, and it's something to be addressed and taken care of and helped. It can be cured, it can be healed, but of course with support, with the support of your immediate family and your extended family and your surrounding. So thank you for the topic. You're a fantastic speaker. I love the calm, the pauses, the way you delivered your speech, the voice. Very, I don't know, I just wanted to listen, and it was very gripping the way you went about it. And you also had your facts and statistics. You spoke about UNICEF and the suicide rates because of it starts with a simple issue like anxiety, but this is what it leads to, and that's what you were trying to tell us. I don't know where you can improve. Honestly, I thought it was a great speech, and thank you so much.
I really appreciate this, ma'am. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Swastika ji.
Hi, Nancy.
First, I'd like to say, like, you've got a lovely smile on your face that is like energizing all the contestants out here. So thank you so much for motivating both of you. Thank you so much. Along with the Subeksha for staying so long. I'm really honored to be part of this platform. So please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that, you know, because you're the 50th person we're giving feedback to, and I speak for myself. I'm giving everybody feedback, and I'm like, darn, I don't do that in my speeches, you know. So I have to admit that, you know, all these speeches are really great, and you know, all this feedback doesn't mean that, you know, we do it any better. But I think just, you know, I think we have that opportunity to have a little bit of a step back and see you and give you feedback, you know. But this has been a humbling experience, because I think some of you and you included, there's certain elements that, you know, I have never used, or I don't, you know, I wish I had that kind of, you know, some sort of literally really learning from each one of you. And the feedback is because this is the role that I've been given, and I'm like, here, give feedback, and here, you're the judge. But you know, this has honestly been like really interesting learning, and I'm and I'm taking my mental notes and saying, oh, that was interesting. And so really, really thank you. I think I've learned from you. I've learned from everyone. Again, you talked about something that's very important to you. And I tell all the contestants that it's very hard to talk about something that's personal. And because one of the biggest decisions you make is how much to tell and how much not to tell. And how much do you want to share? And that's a judgment call that you have to make. I think with the first one, that's something very relatable, right? We all hear that.
That was like my experiences, like what I've heard, and then like how I've overcome it, like, and how I overcame it, and then like going through so much of pain, struggles, where my family is all the way back in Nepal and I'm here all by myself, all alone, but still yet not giving up. That having that attitude in myself made me believe. And of course the immense love and support from my family members, even though it wasn't physical, but yet it was like morally, emotionally, financially, they were like always all the time with me. And I wanted like to spread this message along with my voice as well, that how important it is for family to support their child when they're going through mental illness or like mental instability, I would say. Because like the way when we get fever, we just go and check it to the doctor, what happened, oh my god, like fever, like chills, this and that. But when we are going through such kind of mental traumas, nobody cares. But actually we don't really know that every function is happening throughout our brain, and first that we have to focus is our mental stability. So yes, ma'am, that's all I send the message to this world.
I mean, you're definitely very passionate about it. You've lived this experience, and this is really important for you. Again, mental health. Again, it's very, very big topic, and it's talked about. It's not talked about as often, but in these forums, people tend to bring these issues. So when I think in your speech, like. I think the content and with due respect to the issues that you bring up with, what you have done and how you have survived this and come out of this as a warrior. And I think, a big salute to that. In the speech, I think, again, a little more about you. I think because, I want to connect and be like, what was it like? What did it feel like when people said, you just have to, stop being a drama queen, stop trying to drag so much attention to yourself. How did you feel that? What were your struggles? And I think this is, when you tread on this path of trying to tell your story, like I said, it's a dangerous path. You don't want to share too much, you don't want to share too little, but has to be a right amount where I can see you, where I can understand you, and where I can relate with you. And then sort of connect it with the larger issue of, this hush hush about mental health or not, and also very specifically when you talk about mental health, you have to focus a little more on what am I saying? Am I saying there's a need to support? And am I saying there needs to be more access? There needs to be more awareness. There needs to be family who's understanding. So your solution to me wasn't very concrete, right? Like pick one solution to talk about and advocate towards. I think that is definitely really important. And again, I would think about it when you say like, you can do it because you're warriors. It's putting a lot on somebody who's gone through this, right? Like saying, you're a warrior, you can do it. So like, maybe there's a condition with support and, we all can do it. Or if we believe in ourselves, or if we do XYZ, then this is possible. Otherwise, it becomes a very general statement of just saying, you can do it, we can fight it, we are warriors. So just think about these things in your, later speech as you move on to kind of, if this is important, then dwell much, much deeper into this topic and really get to the bottom of it. So
I wish like I could write my whole entire book like published by Nancy Khadka on my experience level, but it was just a minute of speech. So that's why I was like very structural head-minded to be like, you know, precise with like all the like with the certain level of time, and then like to connect with the audiences. And then like I'm not just saying it like, you know, you are a warrior, you can do it. It's not just because like I've just been through it and I have experienced through it. So that's why I want people to feel like, because watching my growth, yes, definitely I appreciate your feedback, giving me that I could go much more deeper. But yes, in the upcoming days, I believe like I will definitely like, you know, be uploading many more videos now, because this is the first time me opening about my issue in the social media platform. So nobody knew, so that's why I said like, you know, my social media platform would never let you guys define about me. And my illnesses, I never let myself define as a person, so I don't want you guys as well to do that. So that's all the like, you know, small little messages that I could spread through my short video. But overall, yes, with due respect, I will follow up with the feedback, and thank you so much for the appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. With that, we are done with the top 50 of Miss Universe Nepal 2020. We have listened to all our contestants. Now it's time we have the final group, everyone together on screen. All right, with that, a big round of applause to all you ladies. Very well done. It looks like from task 1 until now, we've been breaking the shield. In the first task, we were opening up slowly, and here we're getting closer, we're sharing our experiences, and it's just making us more closer, and we're getting to know each other so much well, right? And tomorrow, as we have heard your strong voices, bold voices here today, tomorrow task 3, we will get to know your strong opinions with the judges that we have from different walks of life. So be ready for that. We will send you the criteria, what to do and what not to do, and a little email will be sent to you from our end. So make sure that you go through it and be prepared and ready for tomorrow. With that said, it was definitely a very long day for our dear judges as well. Thank you one more time to both of you, Seema, Golchha, and Swastika, Shrestha. We really appreciate your time and effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you
so
very much, everybody.
here ends today's session.
Thank you, Subeksha. Thank you, judges. Thank you, all the fellow contestants, for being so supportive and so energetic. And I love you all, and all the viewers watching live. Thank you so much. Please download the MEN app. I'm like promoting app as well. So please download the MEN app and vote for your favorite contestants. Go through all the videos. It's very inspiring. So all the best to all my fellow contestants, beautiful ladies out there, and have a great day and lovely night. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our team who are working behind the scenes, Anusha, Nicole, Sushmita, and entire MEN team. Kudos to you guys as well.
Yay!